You aren't that stupid after all.
Too easy.
So, that creature's down to me, is it?
Needs a key.
There's hardly anything usable in most of these ruins. They've been picked clean. I wish
You
my
think you know
brother
what's
could see
going on?
home here.
No one knows what's
He
going
always
on.
loved this sort of stuff.
Most of them annoy me. All of them annoy me.
Someone needs to go out there and kill every last raptor. It's his own fault.
People are afraid of that.
Welcome to the camp of the impure, where the poor souls barred from the city stand and wait for the Alps to kill them.
I want to get into the city. Can you get me in?
Have you tried to get in yet?
No, not yet.
Well, seeing as you're not an outlaw, it's worth you giving it a try. If he refuses to let you in, then come back and speak to me. I might know how you can get by the gate guard.
I don't even want to know.
This teleporter is active. It appears to be connected to another near the Hort in Ignadon.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
You seem like a reasonable guy. How about we come to some sort of arrangement?
Have there been any Alb attacks here recently?
With Zakor on our northern border, there are always Alb troops coming through on their way somewhere. But they don't seem to be attacking us here for the moment.
But have you heard anything about Alexiters traveling through Abessa?
Yeah, I have now that you mention it. Alexiter Calyx was reported to have headed north with a few combat units and a troop of mechs.
Elexiter Calyx. So he's been promoted. Tell me, how long ago did Alexiter Calyx head north?
A few days ago. It must be back at the Ice Palace in Zakor by now. What's with the interest in Alexiters? You go chasing them, you'll just find trouble. And I don't want them tracing that trouble back here.
I'm asking so I can avoid them.
Don't treat me like a rookie. You sound like someone who wants a showdown. So let me give you a warning. That approach is gonna get you and anyone close to you killed.
Where can I get an entry ID?
You can't. We're full. We're short of supplies. So the decision has come down to close the gates. The full allocation of entry IDs has been given out, and we have instructions not to let anyone else in. Those outlaws have us stretched enough as it is. I'm not saying you're working with them, but until law and order is reestablished, we can't risk any more undesirables joining up with them. You'll have to wait till all this is over and done with. Say, there's a bunch of others who can't get in who've taken up residence in some houses near here. Why don't you join up with them?
Not like that.
I want to get into the city. Can you get me in?
Have you tried to get in yet?
Yes, I went to the gate.
And you got turned away, right?
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again. At least not if they confiscate your ID.
Why won't I be able to get out?
All right. I just hope things don't go the same way they did with Cooper. The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't let anyone who doesn't have a valid ID through the gate. Not in, not out.
Why would the clerics stop people leaving the city?
They're stopping them meeting up with us. That's what I heard. Paranoid assholes. Anyway, we're off the point. You want in, right? And I can give you a counterfeit ID that will get you in. But once you're inside there, I need you to go and take an ID card to Cooper. That way he can come back out again. Like I say, I can get you in, but I also need you to help me out. You good with that? Does that sound like a deal?
Deal. Give me the ID, and I'll meet Cooper.
Good. Right. That's the plan. Long term. You see, Wick has all the blank IDs. So before I can get you an ID, I need you to get me Wick.
Where is Wick?
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone over to the ruins to see if there was anything worth scavenging there, and hasn't come back. You should look for him over to the northwest if you're in a hurry to get into the city. Just look through all the houses. He should still be there, scavenging.
A few shards and all this will be easier.
Most of them annoy me. All of them annoy me.
Someone hears that.
Get something to drink first.
Nah.
It seems you're famous all the way out to the coast in Tavar. He got a contract on him.
Well, at least you've managed to get that one back. It seems whoever's after me has the whole gang looking for me. We still haven't found all the copies of the contract. Yeah, let's hope we find the rest before someone tries to collect on it.
Mason had a copy of the contract on him. It seems all your old gang are after you.
Why would anyone think I was this important? We still haven't found all the copies of the contract. Yeah, let's hope we find the rest before someone tries to collect on it.
Someone's going to a lot of trouble over you. Are you sure you can't think why?
You say trouble? My old crew wouldn't cost much to get on side. Cheapskates. It is depressing, though. The people I put my life on the line for seem to be conspiring to kill me. Yeah. What would you expect from outlaws? But we were more than that. We were friends. Now, maybe I'll have to kill all of them before they kill me. Unless we can find out who is behind this. Hey, that was great. scored some decent loot from these ruins, but you have to search for
So
stuff.
annoying. So annoying.
Really?
Wick is dead, but I found the ID cards on his body.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah, well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, or see you handing this over. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
What do you want here?
We don't want anything here. We want to be in there, in the city, as the law says we can. As the law says we should be. Those clerics are supposed to uphold the law, yet here we are. The gate's closed to us.
Well, if it ain't Hunter, the Duke's been asking after you.
The Duke knows where I am, and you can fuck off.
I don't know the guy. Suppose I never will now.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
I have an entry ID. Let me through.
Really? I thought I knew all the ones that had been issued. And you were here asking about getting ID before. So tell me where you got this one.
It belongs to my brother. He loaned it to me.
You know that's not how IDs work. They're for the person they were issued to. Ha! If you hadn't said, I wouldn't have known. The picture looks really like you. You could be twins. All right, just this once. I'll let you through. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city illegally, report them to us immediately. And Eric will take care of them. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together, and we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here, until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
How many separatists are there in the city?
Too many. Once an alb, always an alb. They still hit Elex. It's just a matter of time before they turn back. I don't know what they want in the city. I'd heard a bunch of them had set up a base in the west of Abessa, so they could have gone there. If we weren't so busy here, we'd have tracked them down and cleared them out of Abessa. Last thing we need is Zakor thinking we're harboring rebels.
You mentioned the Council of Magalan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life. Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
Got it.
Quit
What do you
sneaking
want?
around.
Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
You get right to the point, don't you?
And are you gonna give me an answer?
I'm for the clerics.
You think they bring security? That they protect us? They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep order. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa. Not allowing anyone in or out of the city. That's just the start of it. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers of Kalan really want a backdoor for invasion?
The Albs are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, torture. Believe me, I know all about that shit. But those guys are only interested in Elex, and as far as I know, there isn't any more here in the city than there is elsewhere. So why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it, instead of sweeping up all there is out there?
The Albs want all the Elex. All of it. No matter where it is.
We won't get in their way. We don't want Elex. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing. No, it's the clerics.
Hunter sent me.
Why didn't he come himself?
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen to him that happened to me? Fuck it. At least the suggesters haven't found me yet. Did Hunter give you something for me?
Yes, I have something for you.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here's something for me in any case. You've helped a good cause. Trust me.
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics?
I trust you. You gave me my ticket here after all. But I can't tell you our plan. But you must have realized by now the dome must go. The clerics can't be allowed to take Abessa.
Quit sneaking around.
Got it.
Quit sneaking around.
Hey, you.
Let me guess. I'm not allowed into the upper quarter?
What? No, everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question for you. You got here recently, right? I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there? Are the Albs attacking?
There are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently.
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds. There's a lot of people depending on this dome of mine, so they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people. The clerics and Ignadon say we've strayed. I say we've found the true path.
You built the dome?
I designed the plans for it, then we built it together. My name is Eric, by the way. Chief engineer here in the dome. I'm in charge of all the generators and technicians who oversee them.
Why don't the clerics have a dome like this in Igniton?
The dome requires immense amounts of energy, and the fluctuations in it have to be constantly balanced. The technology is complex. That means there's no way to cover the Hort with a shield like this. Besides, the cliffs around Hort give it a natural protection.
Can this dome survive an Albatak?
Of course. Why do you think we built it? As long as we can maintain a constant energy flow, then they can't get in. Unfortunately, achieving that isn't so easy. Some of the energy regulators are starting to malfunction again.
I can repair the energy regulators for you.
Thanks for the offer, but that's not necessary. I've already repaired the components. They just haven't all been installed yet.
About the broken energy regulators. How many energy regulators are broken?
Well, all of them. I've sorted replacements where I can. But Lutz hasn't received his yet.
I will help you with the energy regulators.
I'd wanted to do it myself, but do you really think you could handle it? So, let's find out who you are. You should go to Igniton one day. You could be a good cleric. Yeah, I know I left Igniton behind, but they could offer you better training than I could. I have the energy regulator here. Please, take it to Lutz and help him to install it. Come back to me when you're done.
Am I crazy, or is our generator...
I don't agree to just anything, so try again.
If I sit down and ask, what am I doing?
Okay.
Just leave?
Smart decision.
Leave. Just go.
Move along, civilian.
Yes? Is there something urgent? I have a lot to do, as you can imagine. This city does not run itself. So, please excuse me if I'm short with you. This city is made up of a whole mass of confusion. Everyone looking for a new start. No one able to forget their past. They need a leader to hold things together.
You're in charge here?
Well, let's say that I'm the person holding all these threads together. There's no ruler here, we all work together. Everyone here wants something. Whatever you're searching for, it will only add to the list of demands we already face. And providing for the people we already have is a logistical challenge. That means to accommodate everyone we're on strict rations, and those rations have to be earned.
You should sell it all. Then everything would distribute itself.
How long have you been in charge of the Dome City?
I've been in office for 8 years now, and it hasn't been easy. Maintaining a neutral position to the factions while fighting the Albs.
By Kalan, there really are more pleasant posts they could have appointed me to.
Then just quit.
And what then? I should just allow our enemies to take over here? I promised my life to Kalan. I will do my duty to him and for all here in this city. This city was created by the great Council of Magalan. They made the clerics custodians of this place and their legacy. The great council may be long gone, but what they stood for, a unity of purpose, a future for all of Magalan together, that is something we still believe in here. So, it is our job to remain neutral. It is our job to serve all, no matter their background, however hard our residents make it for us.
How are things here in the Dome City?
Tense. The battles out there are always reflected in here. Tensions run high if the outlaws attack the clerics, or the clerics attack the berserkers. And there's always the fear of an alb invasion. Those tensions drive greed, anger, and fear. There is war out there, and here your shards will be stolen from your hand if you aren't careful. It's like the world has gone crazy.
Why have things become so bad?
Yes, a whole host of reasons. Maybe it would help you if I tell you how things are. The berserkers have lived more and more reclusively ever since the pilgrim went into his retreat. The outlaws are more organized now the Duke has taken power, and the Alb separatists seek shelter with us to escape the powers in Zakor. All told, very dark signs that we'd face another global catastrophe. And here we are, in the middle.
Listen, the council is gone. Why care about what they said?
You don't think that was a better time? Laws for prisoner exchange that assured borders, set rules for trade. Even if you don't care about the blood spilled since the council's rule was broken, the clerics swore to a code, and that includes keeping our oaths. And an oath was sworn to the council by my forefathers. That makes it my duty to see that oath is kept.
Is there something I can help you with?
If you want to help, there is something that has to be taken care of quickly. You must have noticed that the mood is very heated here. One more issue, one wobble, and everything we've held together here will fall to pieces. One of my people has reported that the outlaws are expecting a weapons delivery. The last thing that this city needs is more weapons. And who knows who the outlaws will sell them to. I want you to intercept this delivery and bring it to me.
About the outlaws' weapons delivery. I'll take care of that problem for you.
Good. Very well, then. Your target is a woman. Her name is Paige. Get her talking and hope that she brings you in on her plan. Take these shards. You may need them to buy yourself some trust. You'll have to find Paige yourself. She's a slippery customer, and we've lost track of her.
Contact? Is there something I should know about her?
Apart from the fact that she's one of the outlaws, no. As soon as you get those weapons, or any information, just make sure you bring them to me.
You've been using informers to try and catch them?
Of course. Information is key to keeping the peace. But there are always things you miss. And missing things leads to nasty surprises. And I'd rather be the one dealing those out than receiving them. Particularly when it comes to outlaws. Are you going to show me that you are the exception?
Are you having a lot of trouble here in the city?
Keeping the factions together is always an issue. The outlaws are always up to something, but things have gotten worse, and to cap it all, we've had a sharp rise in thefts. I believe an organized group has started operating here. Not the usual outlaws. This group seems to be outside the factions. From the little I've heard, they're more like a secret society than your regular set of theft mongers. I've offered a large bounty for any information that leads to their capture. And capture would be best. I want to find out who their connections are. If you can find out more about their secret society, I can make you rich.
What are you doing now?
I don't like to repeat myself. That's it. Better for you.
So are you looking for trouble?
You should heal those wounds. You are not good. That's the right decision. Are you looking for something?
What are you doing here?
Who are you hiding from?
Quit sneaking around, will you?
Got it. Got it.
Good times and beer, but all the Tav are...
Broadcasting from the orbit to bring a warning to all free people out there. Stay safe in the wilderness.
Just a moment, I have to concentrate. 43 degrees eastwards at a distance of 5 kilometers. Maybe I could adjust the receiver's sensitivity to... No. Although,
Should I come back later?
No. I've already lost my train of thought. I suppose I will have to just get used to continuous interruptions here. But crap. I don't suppose you can remember what I said. How many degrees was it?
43 degrees eastwards.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Thank you for reminding me.
I assume you are in charge of communications?
You aren't just a good listener, you're good at observation, too. Yes, I am responsible for communications, though the condition of this equipment is wretched. It would be easier to stay in contact with 2 tin cans and a piece of string. I can't keep track of how often we have power outages or equipment failures these days, but I have really given you enough of my time now. I do have to work out a solution to this issue. If you feel the need to talk to someone, go and try Vito. Innkeepers are known for their chatter.
Where can I find Vito?
Look around out for the rat hole of a dive serving alcohol. There are 2 things Vito lives for: alcohol and conversation. Well, that and the shards to pay for them. I digress. Go now and seek him out and leave me to my thinking.
We're doing great.
Knowledge and technology are gifts that offer us salvation. We can build our future with our own hands. This is me, Herbert, speaking the truth. Bringing a warning to all free people out there. Stay safe in the wilderness. Lawlessness, debauchery, and a lonely death for Mark of Temple. Come to the family of
The B-series was never very reliable, you know that. Maybe later.
Hey, you. I heard you speaking to Eric. He gave you an energy regulator for the dome, right? Give it to me, will you? Very soon now, you're going to need the right sort of friend, and giving that to me will earn you that.
What's in it for me if I help you?
Profit is profit. I respect that attitude. What do you think about 100 shards?
I won't give you the regulator.
Then you've blown your chance. And don't come back to me and ask for help when no one will let you out of here.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Hey, have you got a few shards for a veteran? Help me out and I'll tell you about the city.
This guy reminds me of my brother. We had to beg for a while when we ran short of shards. We would have starved if it wasn't for the little people gave to us. Give him a chance, huh?
There, take this.
Thanks. Thank you. Oh, I won't forget this. And since you have helped me, I'll make sure my contacts hear about it. You help me, I'll help you. Come back in a few days, yeah? I'll have something that might interest you.
Tell me about the city.
Right, well, where to start? First off, a lot of people are avoiding the north of the city. This place always has something going on, but right now, there's really something brewing. That means the North isn't exactly welcoming unless you're a thug. The Western section's safer. You're okay there as long as you don't break the law or look funny or say something the clerics don't like. The southern part, well, that is really quiet. Nothing really happens there, but wherever you are, you should know the clerics are watching. Alois, he runs this place and he hates thieves and beggars and trouble causers and pretty much anyone. He thinks he's God's messenger or something, and that means he's got one big old stick up his ass. So don't piss him off. If you ignore anything else, don't ignore that advice. Don't piss off the clerics. There now, you are fully informed.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in a crate and got brought up in the lift.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah, those idiots had no idea I was in there.
Those guys are completely screwed. No argument. I have to go.
How many are dead now?
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck.
You were lucky.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
You can forget it, Brabeck. I serve everyone here.
Save yourself some work and some pain by doing what I say. Let those assholes drink the piss from the guns. Keep your supplies for the real.
I still serve you, even though the other people complain about it.
So you are taking their side, are you?
I'm on nobody's side. I'm just getting on with my...
Whatever you want, you won't find it here. Yeah, just piss off.
Hey, come over here. Let's get a drink together.
What are we celebrating?
Victory over the Alps! Or do you have another reason to celebrate? Because any reason works for me.
Victory over the Alps?
Well, imminent victory. Got to be, hasn't it? Or don't you have any confidence in us? Don't say the wrong thing now. You got to believe if you want to succeed.
Sure, whatever you say.
Drink up. Drink up to the end of our days. Here, my friend, to what's coming. And now, tell me about your glorious deeds. Or have you just been sitting on your ass, letting others fight the beasts of Zakor for you?
My past has got nothing to do with you.
Ah, I see. You want to leave it behind, do you? It is better that way. Let the past go. Forget old wounds. Besides, your past's probably boring anyway. Yeah, you waste of space. Why don't you just do us a favor and drop yourself in a ditch? You had better reconsider this.
Reconsider what? One wrong word and the clerics will throw you out of the city. So do us both a favor and calm the hell down.
This isn't over. I will come back.
When you do, make sure you bring some shards. I'm sick of giving credit and I need the change, all right?
Quit sneaking around.
Hey, traveler. Is your throat dry? Are your feet aching? Whatever your problem, I have what you need. One good swig will cure all worries, and that's guaranteed.
Do you have any news to go with that drink?
News? I presume you're talking about news from in here. I don't hear anything much from the outside now the city gates are sealed. Now, the future of the domed city is the only topic people are concerned about right now. That's pretty much all of the conversation. There's been peace in here for years, but right now, well, we're all set for things to boil over. And I don't want to say it's the cleric's fault. It's always easy to blame the people in charge, isn't it? But who else do we blame? The berserkers, the outlaws, the separatists? Me? I find it best not to blame anyone.
How is business?
Now that everyone is paying credit? Roaring. Not many people aren't happy to pay on credit. It's me that's holding the bill and hoping to get paid before I run out of supplies. Speaking of which, do you know where I can get any food supplies? I'll pay real shards to get more food supplies in.
Most people try to earn a profit in your situation, huh?
Try, yeah. Achieving is something different. I'd rather you get the supplies honestly, but if you take them from people who have too much, who am I to question it? But if you steal from those with nothing, then I don't want anything from you. I like to keep things honest.
I heard about your fight with Brabeck.
Ah, forget that guy. Every city has someone like him. You just have to ignore them. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Do you want to trade?
Why are you sneaking around here?
Keep your hands off my machines. Any accidents are gonna be dangerous for me, you, and the whole city. The energy regulators are screwed. The surge gauge is failing and I can't see why. And now the shield profiler is returning a really strange set of values. Altogether, that makes for one dangerous set of problems that could fry both of us if the wrong bit of kit gets jolted. And I'm the one who has to fix all this. Ah, shit, I can't even sort out the replacement parts until I have this stabilized.
Eric sent me.
Oh, thank Kalan. Do you have the energy regulator?
Yes. Here.
Perfect. That looks great. Thanks. Thanks for getting that. I'll install it immediately. You better get back to Eric. You can tell him I'm putting it in right now. Maintenance is always better than repair.
Hey, who's there?
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Why did you wake me up?
What?
Lutz has the
Is
energy
there someone
regulator.
there?
Good. The dome should be more stable now. I thank Kalan for sending you. The dome is a gift from Kalan. Never forget that.
Hey, who's there?
maintenance is always better than repair.
Hey, who's out there?
Huh. What do we have here? Fresh meat? How did you get the guard to let you into the dome? I'd watch out. They're probably trying to recruit you. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for shelter only to end up bowing down to Kalan. However you got in, you're going to find it even harder to get out. The clerics are a little jumpy at the moment. You might say paranoid. So when they do let someone in, it does make me wonder who they are and why the clerics thought letting them in was a good idea.
If it's so hard to get in, what are you doing here?
I got in before things got so paranoid. And I came here for profit, of course. Lots of nervous people close to the Alps tend to be willing to invest shards in their safety, you see. And getting hold of supplies is hard out here. So, if you can get them, you can sell them for a high price. Well, that was the plan. Now, the clerics have stopped me trading and cut off all the supplies.
Where do you get your goods from?
Mostly directly from Tavar. And that's the main problem. Seeing as the clerics have got picky about who comes in and goes out of here. It's impossible to get by the guards without an ID card. And they took mine from me as part of their crackdown. Now they say I'm causing trouble. But what else is a businesswoman supposed to do when she has her business taken from her?
About your trade ban.
Yeah, don't tell me. Trading weapons can pose a danger to the community. But this is about self-defense. The only person who can stop a person with a gun is a person with an even bigger gun. Am I right? I mean, what? Are we supposed to throw rocks at the Albs when they attack? But the clerics want to keep all the guns for themselves and screw the rest of us. They call it neutrality, but I say it's oppression.
Sounds like you could use some help.
Yes. Yes, I could. Still, let's say he's right. And that I could get a hold of supplies. Not from Tavar, obviously. They've blocked that route. Let's say I could get some weapons from the Separatists, for example. Let's say they have weapons and need shards. And that they also have the business acumen of a stunned troll, so they need a salesperson. Me, for example. What if I was to say that? And what if I was to say that I have to find someone who could enter and leave this city freely? If I was to say that, then what would you say?
Do you really think you can trust the Separatists?
I can't leave without profit. Hell, right now I can't eat without profit. So I need this deal. So if you blab, what have I lost? Nothing. And without any guns to show, it's just your word against mine. And even Alois isn't going to see that as justice.
I could help you get your weapons.
Good. Right. So, this is what you need to do. Leave the city and find a separatist called Radok. I think he's a separatist. But whatever he is, he's a mad fucker. I can't make sense of most of what he says. But he has the weapons, and he likes trade. I think he likes trade. It's hard to tell. He wants to sell the weapons, but you'll have to work on him, okay? He won't just hand them over.
Where can I find Radok?
Up in the Highlands. When we last spoke, he told me he was going to head over to the northeast. He mentioned an abandoned wind turbine. With luck, he'll still be out there.
Yeah, sure.
Well then, follow me.
What's happening in the city?
Well, the Dome City is a refuge for all. Outlaws, berserker, clerics, anyone who wants to be somewhere other than their homeland. Being away from home, you'd think they'd care less about what faction they were from. But for some reason, some of them have got even more fanatical. That makes keeping order difficult sometimes. The outlaws are the worst. They don't understand rules or sharing, or in some cases, that people have a right to stay alive.
You don't seem to like outlaws.
All people are welcome here. The Dome City is a refuge for all. But that means all, not just outlaws. There's a half-dozen outlaws hanging around outside the city at the old farm now. They just want to get in to cause trouble. I mean, we got everyone settled down and living together, and those outlaws, I just wish they'd disappear.
You want the outlaws in the farm to die?
Whoa, that's not what I said. I just want them to stop causing trouble for good.
About the outlaws in the farm.
You mean the threat on our doorstep? The canker in our midst? They who should disappear?
If the price is right, I will take care of the outlaws.
Are you sure you can handle this? Well, if you're willing to try, then I would be grateful if they'd vanish. I will have your reward ready when you come back. Oh, it'll be such a relief to know they're gone. But you need to prove you did it by bringing me their heads.
You want their heads?
By Kalan, what? No. No. What am I supposed to do with their heads? No, I didn't. Just make sure that the outlaws disappear. And don't trade with them, or you can forget your reward. And no heads. Don't bring me any heads.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Hort where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliad all over again.
Have you been exiled from Goliad?
Exiled? No. There are those in Adan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But To do that, I need to study the properties of Elex, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elex marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took Elex in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed Elex in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elex you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know Elex and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I changed my mind.
Yeah, good job. Don't mess me around, or I'll mess with you.
Yes, I'd heard things were rough there, too.
Stop your sneaking.
Got it. That's it.
The Claw will be your guide. So, you must be the one who helped Rat. That speaks well of you. Come on through. Talk to Hector. He'll answer your questions.
I found the secret entrance.
So I saw. Where did you get the key?
From Vito, the barkeeper from the Dome City.
So, you stole the key? Huh, not bad.
was sent to find you.
By Darius, I'm guessing. And I assume you have a lot of questions about the claws.
Who are you?
My name is Hector. I am the leader of our network of the disinfected. Factions want it for themselves, don't they? All obedience and little reward. I was in the fort in Tavar when the Duke took it from Baxter. One new master to replace the old, and so I thought, why continue like that? So the Claws were born. Whatever faction, whatever land, we are everything and everywhere, and we reward all. Welcome to the Claws.
What is this place?
This is our headquarters, the center of our operations. Well, that's a bit formal. It's more a place that people can come and make contact. We arrange deals, we reward. Here we pledge to work with each other and to keep the word of the Claws.
Who are the Claws?
We are an independent group, dedicated to redistributing wealth to ourselves.
You mean you're thieves?
We take things, but tell me of a faction that doesn't. And they are only interested in their cause. We are an organization of independent wealth acquirers who focus on our members. We don't have ranks, and we don't care which faction you are with. We believe that the only thing that can help you survive and grow in this new world of ours is Elexit.
So, who is in this network?
Oh, that you will discover as you travel across Magaland. We are everywhere. But we choose who we allow to join very carefully. None of us know about the entire network, and nobody, apart from me, knows the size of our organization. We are recognized by our mark, the claw. Show that, and another claw should assist you. But let's get to the real reason of your visit. Now that you know who we are, would you like to become part of our network?
I want to join you.
Good. I had heard of you through our network and hoped you would choose to join us. Here, take this claw. It will demonstrate to others that you are now one of us. Now, if you wish, I will tell you how things run around here.
What are the goals of the Claws?
The factions are at war. War for land. War for resources. War for war's sake. We have no interest in their politics. We simply want to ensure that whichever side wins, our members prosper. And this place has given us somewhere to stay while the Albs and the clerics tried to blast each other out of existence. It will give us a place to store our riches until we have enough to found a new empire and the new world that will follow. And so the question is, will you join us in this journey?
Tell me how things work here.
Very well. Our system is built in a way that allows you to continue working when nobody is here. Do you see the chests over there? When we are given an assignment, we will place it in one of those chests. Take a job, steal the desired object, and bring it back to one of our drop boxes.
How do I get paid for assignments?
As soon as one of our people has picked up the goods from the drop boxes, you will find your payment in your chest. We each have our own chest. You must leave the others untouched.
Where can I find your drop boxes?
You can find them in all the cities, from the Hort to Goliath. You'll find them disguised as garbage cans. Place your target objects in there. And if you need equipment to help you and can't steal it from anywhere, then you can buy it from Grizu. So, go and get yourself a job from the chest and get going. Good luck.
Got it.
Sneaking around. I can see you, idiot.
Got it.
Stop trying to sneak. I've seen you already.
Got it.
Hey, you've been out in the wilderness, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm looking for a guy, and I wonder if you've seen him. He's called Ray. He's an outlaw with a big mouth on him. Bit of a waster. You haven't met him anywhere out there, have you?
I've met a lot of people. Maybe I've met him, maybe I haven't.
Yeah? Well, if you do find Ray, can you let me know? Well, I guess that's my questions answered. Ray, you old son of a bitch. I was starting to think you weren't still alive.
You know, I am sort of surprised about that myself.
Well, 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 here he is. Large as life and right in front of me. I guess this means we really do have ourselves a problem now, don't we? I still want the shards for the contract, or for Ray's hide. So, are you gonna pay me, or am I gonna have to claim on the contract?
So you've got one of these contracts.
You know about them, do you? Well, yes, I've got one, and I'm gonna claim the reward for it.
Give me the contract, or I'll kill you.
Now you want to get killed for that, idiot?
You once possessed great Elex abilities, didn't you? You're probably a soldier from Zakor, possibly even a commander, but you are now free from Elex, and from the orders that come from the heart of Zakor. Have you come here to die like the clerics that I just killed? Or are you here to trade?
What can you offer me?
The weapons of my enemies. Never used. Dropped once. Well cleaned. You won't find a drop of their blood on them. I have traveled alone since I left Zakor, and I wish to remain so. Still, if you have information to give me, that would be useful. Information and shards are what an alb needs to survive in the lands of the Free People. Not that either of those things help these clerics keep their lives.
Paige sent me.
Paige? Do I know Paige? Faces and names of the Free People? They merge into one. But you must mean the woman from the domed city. But I have business to conclude before we speak. It seems there are 2 followers of Kalan nearby who are anxious to see their god in person. And I must send them on their way. Quickly, decide. Will you stand with me in battle?
You can count on me.
Good. Then let us send Kalan as followers. This one's mine!
Hey, what are you doing?
The clerics lie in the dirt, and there is no sign of their so-called god. Let us hope the stench of these bodies makes the rest of his followers think before they challenge the Separatists. Loyalty should be rewarded. Loyalty is what will save us from the Free People. I also have something that should please the woman from the domed city. Here, give her this. It should be enough for her to start her plans. I will arrange to deliver the rest to her in due time.
And what about me? Do you have any gear I could use?
I see you have learned the ways of the Free People. There. I can't do anything more for you. Beware of the Alexiters and all their lies.
Ask the technicians.
About the Outlaws' weapons delivery. I have what you wanted.
I'm glad to hear it. I hope that the goods are all here.
Look for yourself.
Good. I wanted the whole shipment intact. Here, your reward. Ah, yes, the weapons dealer. How is he doing? Is he still alive?
You wanted him dead?
No. I was just curious. But thanks to your actions, I don't think any more deliverers will find their way here in the weeks to come. And that comes as a relief to us all.
What kept you? So you are. And are you planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what comes next? Or do I have to wait for that too?
Okay. I'll tell you what's happened so far.
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or we have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my problem?
Come with me.
You have enough companions already. Let me know when you have space for me.
He fought hard.
He was a brave man when I knew him. We still haven't found all the copies of the contract. Yeah, let's hope we find the rest before someone tries to collect on it.
What about your old boss, Jackson? Do you have an idea where he is?
Jackson's still doing what he's always done, leading a group of reavers. But he's gone sour. I mean really bad. The guys he's running with now take anything from anyone. They murder. That's not how we used to be. Come on, we should find him before he finds me.
Where is he?
They're wanted men, so his gang is always on the move. Last I heard, he was hiding in eastern Abesser, near the dam.
If Jackson's on the run, do we need to worry about him?
He's still got a copy of the contract for the hit. We need to take that out of circulation.
What about your brother? Can't he help you?
At the moment, Tom is... well, let's say he's not around.
What's the full story?
Complicated. Maybe I'll tell it to you one day.
You should go to the camp in Idan.
Yeah, sure.
Follow me.
Very well.
Is she really so gullible?
So you came through for Cooper?
Yes.
Then it seems we can rely on you. And a good job is rewarded. That's how we do things in Tavar.
Now he's out. How are you going to get into the city?
Well, I was hoping Cooper was gonna sort that from the inside. But no dice. So, we're gonna have to wait for something to change in there. Something's cooking for sure. So we've just got to hope it comes to the boil soon. It's not like we can go back to Tavar. The Duke's never been keen on Baxter's old boys. So we're going to risk staying here a bit longer and hope the Alps don't march through here.
I wonder what this place used to be.
I am going, all right?
No, right?
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Most of them annoy me. All of them annoy me.
People are afraid of that.
Don't ask me what that was about.
Is she really so gullible?
All right.
Don't mess me around, or I'll mess with you. No, right?
They're always hitting on you here.
Yeah, it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the spares.
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me?
No.
Because I'm pissed at how
can't
long
believe
you've
that.
taken to
I
pay.
don't know the guy. Suppose I never will now.
It's his own fault.
Someone's got to sort this shit out before we drown.
I don't
in
even
it.
want to know.
Not like that.
Are you serious?
You think you know what's going on? No one knows what's going on.
I can't believe that.
Most of them annoy me. All of them annoy
Yeah,
me.
it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the spares.
Fucking Albs. They'll cost all of us.
The people who built this must have believed their civilization would last forever. We must learn if we are to avoid suffering the same fate as them.
And Clan second.
Teach me something.
Sure.
play with your tech somewhere else. It's forbidden here. Go play with your tech somewhere else. It's forbidden here.
I have brought you a report from another city.
Yes? Which city did you go to?
I went to the Dome City in Abessa.
Any information about the other factions is useful. Tell me what you learned.
The people in the Dome City seem to want to remain neutral, but they are waiting to be attacked by the Alps. They know the war is coming.
I think they're short of supplies and feeling lost, leaderless, awaiting the axe to fall. The war has displaced a lot of refugees into Abessa, and there's a lot of argument over what to do with them and what they mean. That takes up most of their time. Thank you for your report.
What contact do the Berserkers have with the other factions?
The Alps want no contact but that of war and conflict. Perhaps the Separatists will be more open to conversation, but trust will be hard. We have maintained conversations with the clerics, but the peace that has strained since our last war has never held easy. The outlaws, well, they have no true leader and no true cause. Any dealings with them are dealings with individuals. It's self-evident that the paths of all the factions will cross, and that conflict is likely.
Why are the factions fighting?
Ah, that's a question we all ask. How could healing the planet not aid us all? But for the Alps, Elex comes before anything. The clerics worship their god and their machines, and do not trust nature, while the outlaws see only profit and pleasure today, with no interest in tomorrow. And so we come into conflict, and the world burns when it could heal. If we can plant more world hearts in Tavar or Abessa, then we could give all the soil there new life too. But the other factions don't see it that way. They fear the changes we bring.
Do you know that for sure? Have you spoken to the other factions?
Spoken, no. But we sent men to establish World Hearts in Abessa and Tavar. And they have been attacked almost constantly. In fact, their reports are overdue. You came to us from beyond our walls. If you know your way across these lands, could you go to the World Hearts and see what happened to our men?
I will look for your men in Tavar and Abessa.
Thank you. It's time that we learn their fates. You ensure you're properly equipped before you go. It isn't a short journey, and the way will be difficult.
I have news from the other regions.
Oh? What is it?
Your outpost in Tavar was attacked by outlaws.
You've seen this for yourself? Or did you hear about it from your friends? Speak up now. Has the World Heart survived?
It was destroyed.
And our men?
Geralt has managed to hold the outlaws off, for now.
He has done well. I will send him reinforcements. If we can hold that part of Tavar, then in only a few years that desert will be forest, and Idan will stretch yet further across Magaland. Here, you have earned this as payment for your news. This should at least cover the supplies it took to bring me this information.
Where are the World Hearts?
The World Heart in Tavar was sent to an oasis out in the desert. You will have to walk carefully once you're there. The outlaws do not take kindly to people crossing through their lands. You'll find the World Heart in a berset to the south of the Dome City.
About my support.
You know technology is forbidden by law here.
Big, ugly, overstated, and decaying. Welcome to Tavar.
Teach me something.
It will be done.
Oh, this place stinks. How do they live in this filth?
Alcohol, chems, and hope would be my guess.
I'm beginning to feel tempted myself.
With that gizmo, will you?
This place used to be.
Got it.
Ah, shit. Back the fuck off, all right? You don't need trouble. Just walk away and pretend you didn't find me, okay?
You're the one in trouble.
And you came here to talk, did you? You want me to talk? Well, how's this for talk? Go fuck yourself.
Why are you hanging around outside Goliad?
What? I can't stand here? You gonna hassle someone for just standing here? What are you, a fucking owl? So what do you want?
How is life as an outlaw?
Total, unmitigated, and relentless fucking joy. I mean, look at me. Who wouldn't want to be stuck out here waiting to get eaten by raptors?
You're not happy being an outlaw?
You know, at least it was my own stupid, shitty decision to be out here. Those poor dumb pricks up there, they come out here to get eaten by raptors because some other dumb prick tells them to. If there's one thing I've learned, if you're gonna end up in this shit, it's better to make that shit yourself, rather than roll around in someone else's.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting on your mom. What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to find some shit that's worth selling. You even know how much tech they have stashed in their pit? They actually throw all that shit away. But while I know that, it's not like I can hang about up there in Goliath to try and get it. Those tree shaggers get funny about outlaws. Sometimes they bar you from the town for no reason.
You're barred from Goliath?
Not barred as such, more like forbidden entry on pain of death. I just took some shit, that's all. It's not like they were even using it. Like I said, they throw all sorts of valuable shit into that pit of theirs. So I'm here to collect it and put it to use.
Are you waiting around for Ornir?
Maybe, might be. There's a chance I know a little shit by that name.
He sent me to find you.
So who are you, the errand boy? What, he's got so rich trading with me he's got servants now?
I'm here to kill you.
What the fuck? That little shit. Listen, you go to him and get that dickhead to start trading again. Tell Ornir I want the shit he promised me.
What shit?
The shit. The technology Ornir owes me. The prime pieces from the pit. Well, prime is stretching the description, but it's a good arrangement. The Berserkers get rid of the tech they don't want. Ornir gets shards he does want, leaving the question, what do you want?
I'll get that beast myself.
Damn technology! Take it to the pit!
I found the outlaw.
Is he dead?
No, I talked to him.
Talked? Why did you talk? What did he say?
He wants you to start trading with him again.
Trading? What trading? What are you talking about? If I was trading, that would be against the law. I mean, I'd be a dead man.
About the outlaw.
What about him?
Why did you stop trading with him?
I wasn't trading. Trading would be illegal. Elex technology is forbidden. Trading without a license is forbidden. Trading with people outside Goliath is forbidden. Anyway, I mean, that stuff was junk. I wasn't doing any harm. And Angram is monitoring the Elex oscillations in the area.
You could conceal the Elex fluctuations.
How does that work?
Disguise the traces of Elix's mana by overlapping the waves. This will mask it.
That is great. How did I not think of that myself? So, looking at it like that, the risk really isn't that great. Okay, I will trade with Bigby again. You can tell him that I need the same terms as before. No, he'll have to make it more, all right? Because of the risk.
I left here a long time ago. Conversation, politics, they're just distractions.
Got it. Ornir will trade with you again.
But he won't come here and tell me that himself? Slimy little rat this shit. He better make good or I'll find him. Here, take the shards I was gonna pay him. That shit better turn up. You tell him that if you see him.
No, not now.
Quit messing around with that gizmo, will you?
Stay here.
All right.
About Ascor's murder. Thorgal wasn't anywhere near Goliath at the time of the murder, and he has witnesses to prove it.
Yeah, he's also too skilled a fighter to have left Ascor such a bloody mess. So, he's out as a suspect.
Rock wasn't anywhere near Goliath when the murder was committed. He didn't like Ascor, but I don't think he could have done it. I'd say he didn't kill Ascor.
I didn't think he would have the opportunity, but Ragnar insisted I look into him. I guess Ragnar was wrong.
You recently became a warrior, didn't you? You and Ascor are both eligible to be paladins?
Yes, but trust me, I'm happier with my job collecting waifs and strays than becoming a paladin and going out to the front lines. I think I'm making more of a difference doing what I'm doing. Ascor, though, was a driven man. Becoming a paladin was all he wanted.
You were right. The investigation was a waste of time. It must have been someone outside Edan. All of his suspects are innocent.
It's Ragnar we'll have to convince. He is certain one of them did it. He's not often wrong.
Then who do you think it was?
I don't know.
Then tell Ragnar that.
What about Baron? He didn't have a proper alibi, did he?
There was no one there to say he was at his post. And of all the suspects, he knew Ascor the best.
Then it must be him. The others all have alibis. Baron knew Ascor better than the others.
I thought you said Ragnar only included Baron in case he saw something.
Ragnar wants answers. He's insisting the murderer is found. You've questioned everyone, and Baron's the only one without a decent alibi. Do you know where Baron is?
I found him in the forest, but he said he takes time off to go to the lift into the Valley of the Damned.
Then we should go there and see what we find. You want me to come with you?
What do you think we'll find there?
Who knows? But we don't have any evidence so far, so it feels like we should check this clue out. At least so we can tell Ragnar that we did.
You're serious? You really think Baron did it?
What other leads do we have? Look, let's just check this out and then we'll know for sure.
Why would Baron talk about that place if he had something to hide?
Since when have criminals been clever? And Baron's not that smart. Maybe he just let something slip.
All right. I'll search the area near the lift that Baron talked about. What is it I'm looking for?
We won't know until we find it. Have a look around, bring me anything you find. Just don't interfere with it.
What do you mean, interfere?
Bring anything you find to me without disturbing it. Whatever you find, we should take it to Ragnar.
Then you know what it is.
No, I'm warning you. Do what I say.
Right.
Just trust me. Your life might depend on it.
Follow me.
All right. Remarkable country.
I found something hidden in Baron's hiding place.
What'd you find?
Here. Do you think this could belong to Baron?
No, that was Ascor's. And now we find it at a place Baron confesses coming to regularly? Huh, I'd say we have some evidence.
I solved your case for you, Duras.
You got to the truth. For that, I thank you. I'll take things from here.
Is that everything you have to say?
The destruction of a seedling is a matter for a warlord. Your involvement is over.
Uh-huh. So what happens now?
I take this to Ragnar. He'll deal with it from here.
You want to know what I think about the murder?
Very well. What do you think?
Well, I don't think any of the people on the list did it. There's just not the proof. There's only one person associated with Ascor we've not investigated. You.
Me?
You were a rival to Ascor. You carry a sword. Then you find out Baron goes to where the seedling was found, and suddenly think he's a prime suspect.
You can't think I did it.
I do. It's simple. You murdered Ascor.
What are you talking about? You can't seriously think it was me.
Tell me your alibi.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You spend your time outside Goliad. And you spend all your time trying to persuade me not to investigate this. Then tell me. Tell me, or you'll have to tell Ragnar.
Ragnar will see me dead. I'm an outsider, and Ascor was born a berserker. He was known, and he was one of Ragnar's favorites.
So you did kill him?
Kill him? Yes. Murder him? No. I found Ascor by the lift one day. He'd managed to kill the seedling he'd been given. He knew that would stop him becoming a paladin. He attacked me.
So why hide that? And why frame Baron?
Baron's been blackmailing me. He found me with Ascor's body. He knows I'm an outsider. Who would they believe? Who do you believe? I gave you a chance. Won't you do that for me?
I can see why you did it. I'll keep your secret.
Thank you. You don't know what a weight this has been. I owe the berserkers. Now I owe them more. I didn't want him dead, but he flipped on me. I don't think it helped that it was me. He couldn't stand the idea that he'd be facing exile while I continued on as a warrior.
What is in the casket?
Property that belongs to the berserkers. You now know who the murderer is. That's what you needed to discover.
Ragnar wants answers. This won't be over until he's happy he has them. Time for you to step aside and let me finish this.
What do you mean?
I solved the murder. I will get the reward.
Wait a moment.
I could tell Ragnar that murderer wasn't a berserker.
You could also tell him it was me.
You'll have to take that risk.
You don't believe I can let you go to Ragnar after that?
Then draw your weapon or trust me.
Then do it. But quickly. The sooner we have it behind us, the better.
You bought me the goods. I mean, that's why you're talking to me, right? You have the goods. Where are the goods?
What goods?
Want? Goods! Goods! What the hell is what I want? How am I supposed to T-R-A-D-E trade without goods?
You're a traitor.
I was, because you know what a trader needs? Goods!
We should at least find out his terms.
Yes, finally sense. Let's talk terms.
You don't have any goods.
No, it was a total fuck-up. The caravan that was bringing them went straight through Ripper country in the middle of breeding season. Guess how that good idea went. The men are dead, but the goods are sitting out there just waiting to be picked up. Unless some outlaw's taken them back to the fort already. Oh, fuck it. This was supposed to be my payday. But if you help me, it still could be. And in return, I can get you into the Hort. How about that?
How can you help me get into the Hort?
With a trading permit. That would open the door. Xander would let you in for sure. So, what do you think? Will you help me?
I'll find your goods.
Yeah, that's it, that's it! Finally, a break! Right.
I'll get this one. That's enough now.
I think I found your goods.
You did! You did!
Yes. Is this what you lost?
Yes! Yes, that's what I needed! Damn it, I'm back in business! So, what can I do for you? Shards? A trading permit for the Hort? A discount on goods, you name it!
The shards could come in useful.
I want some of those goods I recovered.
Of course you do. Those locked crates got you curious, huh? Here, you can have them. And some ammunition. I bet you'll get through a lot of that. If you need more, you can find me in the Hort. See you around.
Halt, stranger. Not another step. You're walking on the holy ground of Kalan. The only people allowed in here are clerics, recruits, or traders with permits.
And they wonder why they are short of people. We welcome all in Goliath.
That's because there's nothing worse still than Goliath.
Wow, you really are a welcoming face, aren't you? Where am I?
You are in Ignadon, at the Hort, the stronghold of the clerics. The repository of Magalan's knowledge, and the last bastion of the free people against the threat of the Owls.
So how can I get in?
Sorry, I thought I made that clear. You can only enter the Hort if you are a cleric, a recruit, or you have a trading permit.
I want to become a cleric.
Find a suggester who considers you worthy. There are suggesters recruiting across all the lands of Magalan. Perhaps you've not met one because they don't consider you worthy. But if you want to look, try Raynor. He is recruiting men throughout Abessa.
Can you recruit me?
No. I am not authorized to recruit new acolytes.
Where can I get a trading permit?
There is currently a 4-month waiting period, so unless you find a merchant who is wanting to give up theirs, then you can't.
Here. Is this enough to persuade you to let me in?
I'm going to pretend you didn't try to offer me a bribe. That sort of thing might work in Tavar, but here in Ignadon, it's an insult to my honor. Although, it has given me an idea. Accepting shards is forbidden, but if you could take care of some business for me, that would honor Kalan. And perhaps persuade me that you entering the Hort was for official business.
You have a deal. Tell me what you need doing.
Good, right. I can't talk about this now. There's an inspection due. But we'll talk later, all right? Unless you've got any questions about the Horde I could answer for you, then you can go in. Well, you can go in after you've had my briefing. You won't find Kalan's commandments too strict. You should know that anyone bringing initiates into the Horde will be responsible for them. All initiates must be clear of mind. Chems are forbidden. Anyone found taking them will need to report to the Suggestors for re-education. All who are clear of mind must hear Kalan's words. All must adhere to his wisdom, and tell others of it. For we need to recruit. We've taken losses in our battle with the Albs, and now the Berserkers and the Outlaws are trying to take advantage of that. Which is crazy! If we fall, then who is going to stop the Albs sweeping all the free people from Magalan? Those who wish to join us must come to the Hort to train. The successful ones become acolytes. That's it. Briefing over. You are free to move about Hort.
Who's in charge here at the Hort?
Our adjudicators, Reinhold and Albrecht. You will find them at the rear of the stronghold in the cathedral. They are served by the paladins, legates, and acolytes here in the Hort. And all who are here follow Kalan. His wisdom guides us all.
You have a lot of machines here.
The Hort holds and protects old world knowledge. We, the clerics, have kept it, developed it, and hold it in trust for all Magalan. Our mechs hold back the Albs. I hope we can find more people to stand and fight beside them.
Do you offer any sort of training here?
The man you're looking for is Hagen. Just go through the stairs by the lava pit. He's usually up there somewhere. Say, did I congratulate you yet?
For what?
For stretching your claws.
Ah, so you are...
I am.
Teach me something.
Good.
Got it.